How's it going, everybody? It is Connor, and we are back doing another Be a GM. And after a disappointment in the playoffs against the Boston Bruins, we could have done better, but you know what? It stuff happens. They were a very, very good team on paper, and they were certainly the better team on ice. So it happens. It happens. We just got to push on stronger. They had a better regular season record than us. They had all around a better team. So the Boston Bruins eliminate the Toronto Maple Leafs 2 years in the playoffs in a row. So they are obviously our big rival moving forward. I mean, certainly the rivalry with the Montreal Canadiens and Ottawa Senators is there, but this rivalry with the Bruins, it is pushing up there. This is 2 years in a row that they have defeated us in the playoffs. So we're gonna send our last scouting assignment out. I believe this is one, maybe two more. We've got, I believe it's Aaron Ekblad, who is in Nate Ritchie. Yeah. So we'll send these guys out here. Actually, I wonder is there another guy? I've drafted him in the past. I'm not sure if he is in this game here. Let me just take a quick look. He was a steal, and he was a 4.5-star player. So we'll just take a quick look. See in the WHL, Tyson Bailey. Yes, Tyson Bailey. He is a steal in this game. Got to make sure we get him. So if we can, it'd be great to add him in because he is a center, I do believe, if I'm remembering correctly. But we did make the second round of the playoffs, so it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get that high of a draft pick. And we're going to actually have to look at our draft pick and see if we can move up in the draft this year. But I don't believe there's too many changes we have to make. Our young players are going to develop over the course of the offseason, and we're going to actually look to do a little bit better this year, I believe. We got Kessel's contract to this year, though, which is certainly going to be a big contract. Assistant coach, best lines, there we go. He's certainly going to be a big contract, but we do have the cap space. I believe we can find it this year. But you know what? The goalie controversy moving forward is James Reimer or Jonathan Bernier, and that is the whole controversy moving forward. I'm not too sure necessarily who to go after. I believe we would have done well in those playoffs if we had added in the players like Brendan Morrow and Douglas Murray, who we did have signed, but we just didn't have room on our team, and that was my mistake. And look at that. The Montreal Canadiens destroyed in the playoffs, and they actually won. They won their league-leading cup. I'm not sure how many cups. Is it 24? 24 cups or somewhere around there. Could be. I know I'm around there. I'm around in the right spot, but man, oh man, they won the cup. That's absolutely amazing. Now, we are going to check the awards, and this is going to be like a season wrap-up, and then we're going to move into the draft, because we do need to look at drafting some players for sure. And the salary cap will go up this year, I believe. Yeah, we got $10 million in cap space this year, so it's looking pretty good. Who's the Summers guy? He's a defenseman. I'm looking in the free agency right now. So we're going to take a quick look throughout the stats and see how everybody did throughout the playoffs and how everybody did throughout everywhere. We're just going to do like a full season wrap-up now. I don't believe we have anybody. Yager retired, and so did Pronger. So, oh wow, and Timonen. So Philadelphia's got some cap space now. They got some cap space, and we didn't lose anybody there, and no goalies retired at all either this year. So trade block, yeah, we're gonna leave that blank. Let's take a quick look here. So stats. Let's go into the playoffs. Playoff stats. Actually, let's take a look at the playoff tree. So this is how the playoffs ended up rolling out. Here's your Eastern Conference. So there you go. You can take a look at that. Pause the video if you need. And there is your Western Conference. And give you a second to pause the video there. And that was Montreal, where they won 4-2. So that was, wow, pretty impressive. Montreal Canadiens, 4-2 in the Stanley Cup Finals, 6 games. Next thing was the player stats for the playoffs. So I believe Phil Kessel was leading our team. He should have been. Oh, Nikolai Kuhlman. So Nikolai Kuhlman was leading our team in the playoffs, and then Kessel and Phaneuf back there. So our star players were getting it done in the playoffs. Not quite a point-a-game player, but they were up there. And our goaltenders, take a look at this. So this was the... Jeez. Look at that. Jonathan Bernier, 1.62 goals against average. Okay, 5 games played. 94.07 save percentage. Actually, Drew McIntyre did the best out of all of them. But they both put up decent numbers throughout the playoffs. James Reimer's goals against average was certainly not in his favor, though. So, moving forward, it's looking like Bernier. It's depending who gets the better jump this year, really. That's what it depends on. I don't want to simulate past the draft. So, let's begin this NHL entry draft. And, yeah, so we got the 22nd overall pick, and the Avalanche have the 1st overall pick. So, we could certainly... I think we can move up, possibly to a top 10 pick. We could use a big center of the future for number 1. So let's take a look at what we've got to trade along. I don't think we'll get any trades here, but we'll take a look. So yeah, players that we have to develop. We've got Gauthier, who should be a nice player of the future for us, 4.5 green star potential. He should be nice and good in the future. And Carter Ashton actually has a decent amount of trade value. I'm surprised. Well, he's 3.5 green, so that's why. David Boland, Nikolai Kuhlman, Carl Gunnarsson, Cody Franzen. How is Gunnarsson better? Never mind. Stuart Pussy. I just said Stuart Pussy. We need to say Stuart Pussy. Man, Stuart Percy. There we go. And Jake Gardner. Jake Gardner all the way down here for his trade value. That is crazy. 4.5 red star potential. That's not what we want. John Michael Lyles. Could we trade him? Does he have 3 years? Yeah. So we can look to add in John Michael Lyles for a salary cap dump in here. So let's throw him on here and add in our first pick there. Now, I want somebody who wants John Michael Lyles and the pick. So it's going to... Okay, so there we go. There's the perfect. But Calgary doesn't want to give up their pick. So let's move on. Colorado, 1st overall, they don't want to give it up either. Columbus, they got 16th. Dallas is 8th, but they don't want Lyles. Florida, they won't have the cap space, but they got 23rd overall anyway, so it doesn't matter. Ottawa, 3rd overall pick. Not going to be able to get that, I don't believe. Philadelphia, 2nd overall pick. They don't want to give it up either. Phoenix, 11th and 12th, but no. They don't have anything. They don't want either. Winnipeg, what do you have? You have the 19th overall. So it looks like it was going to be Calgary, who is the best bet if we want to move up in this draft. So Calgary has 7th overall, and I believe Aaron Ekblad might still be available by that point. I've seen him go pretty late. So we'd have to give up one of our players here. Now, I have to look. If we're gonna get who we want, who is Aaron Ekblad, it might be worthy giving up Stuart Percy here, because he is certainly he's an expendable player. We got the defense here on Matt Finn, who is, well, wanna know what? Matt Finn has just that much more trade value. He's the exact same, so let's give up Matt Finn. We'll add Matt Finn into the deal. That'll give us that little bit. So that's nowhere near yet. Man, we're getting a good player here in Aaron Ekblad. Let's give up our thirds for this year as well. So I doubt that will go through. Got to be careful here. I only have 2 phones to negotiate with. Let's remove this third and add in next year's 2nd. That way we can stock up in the draft this year. If this doesn't go through, it's not worth going after. If this doesn't go through, I don't believe. Well, it's cutting it close. It's something they want to give up, but they don't want to give up this guy. So I don't know. And they got the salary cap to take him, right? Yes, they do. Okay. So here we go. Will it go through? No. Okay. Yeah, your offer is filling needs we have, but the value isn't where it needs to be compared to what we were being asked to give up. So I kind of agree. It was a good attempt, but maybe we can just hand off John Michael Lyles for a 1st round pick this year, because we don't really want John Michael Lyles on our team anymore. He doesn't fit into our system anymore, and we'll just find a team that will be willing to give up their first round pick. So would that go through? It'd be very close to make sure it goes through. I'll give up like the 6th, the 5th, and my 2 7ths that I got down here. So that should go through. We'll give up John Michael Lyles and a bunch of lower round picks that nobody will ever make for the 28th overall pick. Will it go through? No, really? Okay. Well, 0 for 2 in my trades. Guess we're gonna have to watch who gets drafted here. So Tyson Bailey went 3rd overall to the Ottawa Senators. And wow, how far is Ekblad gonna drop? Can we get lucky with Ekblad? Oh no, 15th overall. So we really wouldn't have to move up that far to get him. So it looks like we're gonna have to look at Colorado, Philadelphia, Ottawa, and where is he? San Jose. Also, McCowan's also a pretty good defenseman from previous GMs I have played. But anyways, let's take a look. There's this 3.5 Green Star potential players, 5'8". He's a playmaker from the WHL. He looks like he's probably the Joshua Ho-Sang. He's also a decent player, I remember. 2-way defender. We got some defenseman depth. We don't need more of that. So yeah, let's draft this potential guy. Let's take a look. Scout profile. Will he be ready this year? I highly doubt it. Well, his shooting is up there, puck skills are up there, and senses are getting up there. So I think he's probably going to be a two-year project for us in the minors. That is, if Joshua Ho-Sang isn't much better. Take a look. Oh, okay, we haven't even scouted him yet. So yeah, let's draft this J.C. Howerlick. Okay, we'll go with Howerlick. So J.C. Howerlick, welcome to our team. Welcome to the Toronto Maple Leafs. So yeah, let's get on with the second round pick, because we do have some second round picks, and if you do scout decently, you can find some steals in the second round here. So let's take a quick look at that. Leon Draisaitl. Yeah, Leon Draisaitl. He's a good showing of what it is. So he's a left wing, 6'1", 179 pounds. Welcome to our team. 3.5 star green potential. That's pretty good. And is there any more steals that we got listed on here? I'm sorting by the potential right now. So we got this guy. No. Let's go into goalies. Let's go goalies. Is there any more goalies around here that we could find for a steal? 3.5 star. He's undrafted. Alex Dubois. Oh man, that guy reminds me of what's his name? 2BC Productions when he drafted Alex Dubois. That was quite a while ago. I think that was in Vancouver, maybe. All right, we're just gonna go with the next best guy, Trevor Murphy. Yeah, we'll go with Trevor Murphy. We'll draft a defenseman, and I don't think there's any more guys in the third round. We can certainly take a look. No more trades, and then after this, we'll skip our draft picks. So I don't believe there's any more people here. Yeah, Chase, Matt Rupert. Don't see any names that I recognize. I like his last name. He's a defenseman, but TJ Foster, Stromwall, we'll draft you. You look like a decent guy, and then we'll draft the next highest rated potential, which is TJ Foster. There we go. So we got those new players on our team. Hopefully this looks good for our future. I believe we did stock up a little bit in the draft this year, and we added some depth players for going on in future. Now is the chance we need to re-sign some players, though. We really need to re-sign these guys. We'll get through the re-sign stage. I'll show you guys the free agency, and then, oh geez, we're already at 15 minutes. Man, I gotta hurry. So yeah, we'll get through this real quick. We know the players that we want. We want to re-sign Nazem Kadri for sure. Jake Gardner, yes. Phil, actually, let's sort by this. So we got Pascal Dupuis, Mike Komisarek, McClement, Derek Roy, Ryan Hamilton, Phaneuf, Frazier, Boland, Kuhlman. So we got a lot of players to re-sign, but we got $40 million to work with. So that's some good players to work with in the future. Cody Franzen, we also need. Sabatka, I'd like to re-sign as well. TJ Brennan, maybe. Oh, Tyler Brennan, my mistake. And Joe Colburn, Jake Gardner, Nazem Kadri, Jerry D'Amigo, Blacker, Ashton. Okay, so we got some players here. Now, curious thing was, okay, so all of our draft picks were Red Star potential, which kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. Although, the good news is this guy was a second round pick, so was this guy, I believe. And this guy was our third round pick, I believe, right? Stromwell? Yeah, he's our third round pick. So we got some work to do here. We got some work to do, so might as well just get going on this. That's going up. I want to go down. My mistake. Where is he? Where is he? Alright, so let's get our big guns signed. We got to sign up. We got to sign up our frontline center, Phil the Thrill Kessel. We got to get this guy. We got to get him. And he's only asking 6.420 for 3 years. If I increase him to 8 years, he's going to want the $8 million that he asked for in real life. So I don't believe we should give him that. I believe we should look at a 4-year, 3-year plan. Yeah, I'm going to look at a 4-year plan because I can offer him, let's see here, half of 10 is 5, 15, okay, alright. So I can offer him about 5.8. I believe that should work out. 5.8 for 4 years. If not, he's going to be a $6 million player, which is great for Phil Kessel, as long as he can step up this year. Cody Franzen, we got to get you on the team as well. You're a big piece of a puzzle. I want to offer you one way, not two way. And yeah, so we're going to do the same thing for you. 4-year plan. Why is your salary so low? Well, hang on a sec. So Cody Franzen, let's get you back up there. So we're going to give you a 4-year plan at the 3.7 mark. 3.755. There we go. 3.755 for Cody Franzen for 4 years. That's a pretty good steal there, actually. Now we want to get some more players. So let's search by overall. So we got Dion Phaneuf as well to re-sign this year. And yeah, he's going to ask for 5.8 for 2 years. Let's get you in. I'm actually going to only give you the 2 years. I'm going to only give you the 2 years because I'm not sold as you as my top 2 defensemen yet. You could be a good trade, and if I give you 4 years, you may trail off. So we're going to go 5.5 for 2 years for Dion Phaneuf. I think that's a pretty good deal there. Be playing lots of minutes. And then Derek Roy, let's hold off on you. Nazem Kadri. So this guy should get a boost this year, and yeah, so he's going to want some money. His bridge contract doesn't seem to be in place. What if he wants 1? Yeah, so he's asking for the 2 years. He's asking for that bridge contract. Let's give him that. Let's give him that bridge contract that we're looking for. If he's asking that, we can give him for 3.26. 3.26, yeah. There we go. So Nazem Kadri, 3.26. Carl Gunnarsson is next on the table. Yeah, we're going to need you. Let's actually take a look at forwards first. So Derek Roy, we're going to take a look at. Nikolai Kuhlman, you're a playoff performer for us, so we need you, and you're asking for the same thing. You're asking for a pretty reasonable contract, but you're looking for that depth player contract, that's second line material. So let's go 4 years at 3.3. No, I can go 3. I can go 3.3. There we go. Nikolai Kuhlman, we got lots of cap space. Dave Boland as well. We need you. You're a steal, man. And you're going to want the same thing. So we're going to give you the 3.3 for 4 years. Same as Nikolai Kuhlman. It's a pretty good deal for you. Vladimir Sobotka, let's grab you while we can. And yeah, so you're looking for... Actually, that's perfect depth. Let's give you 2. I can probably get you for 7 years out of steal there. Yeah, 2.4 for 7 years. All right, 2.4 for 7 years, this guy. That is a tradable and movable contract, and he's just going to get better over this. Well, he's 26 years old. He may get better. He may not. Pascal Dupuis, I'm going to hold off on. Jay McClement. All right, let's just see where we're at. Let's see where we're at with this. Oh, he's got like a bug-eyed picture right there. Fraser McLaren. Jeez, and we're at the 20-minute mark. Great. We're at right around the 20-minute mark. So I gotta upload this really quick. I gotta get through this, and still want to show you guys the off season or the Resign stage or whatever it's called, the free agency. There we go. Then you guys can look at what players we should look at re-signing and all those things. So come on simulation. I know I signed a lot of players, but should really step that up. Step it up. Where are we going with this? Come on, simulation. Taking forever. Taking forever. Come on. There we go. So we got, I think everybody is back. Yeah, everybody we signed is back. So we got 17 million to work with now. So we gotta get some players here. Let's look at our defensemen as well. So we got 1, 2. We need Gunnarsson. Yeah, we need Gunnarsson. 4.20. We're actually starting to run into some cap. Jeez, for 83 overall, you might be worth trading. 3.6 at 2. Yeah, you might be worth trading. We're running into cap problems now. Lyles needs. Why the heck do we have Lyles? Oh wait, we didn't trade him, right? So Lyles is expendable for sure. Jake Gardner we need. We're going to give you a bridge contract, 2 years at 1.375. We'll go 1.3 over 2 years. This is your bridge contract. I like how you wanted that as well. So right now it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh geez. All right. Well, maybe we do need Lyles. Hang on. So let's get Frazier back on our team. 3 years at 1.4 will be a good deal for you. And Mike Komisarek, no, we're going to release you. We can sign someone else. Alright, and Jesse Blacker, a good prospect for us. 2 years at that price, that's good. And don't need you. Sign Murphy. We'll sign this guy. And I believe that is all for defense. Now for forwards, Derek Roy, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, 7, yeah. Alright, then we start to trail off there, so we really do need Derek Roy to fill out our lines. Let's take a look at how much he wants. He wants 4.5. I'm going to give you... Alright, that was much better. I got to get back into this now. I've just had to do something real quick. So, forget what I was talking about, but I think Derek Roy should be a good addition. If we should need him. I think we do need him. But, let's see here. Just going to simulate, get all those players, and we're starting to get pretty long in the video. I got to get through this real quick, otherwise it's going to take forever to upload to YouTube. Got everybody back. I've got 14 million to work with, so yeah. Let's get Derek Roy back on our team. 2 years, 4.25525. There we go. That should get Derek Roy back on our team as well. And Pascal Dupuis, we can find someone else to replace you, so don't need Pascal Dupuis anymore. Jay McClement we should have back on our team. I hope, yeah, he's just going to want this guy. We're going to have you at a 1.6 contract for 2 years. And Leo Komarov, Fraser McLaren, Joe Colburn. Let's get Joe Colburn back on our team. It's a good little prospect back there. 2 years, bridge contract. Yeah, let's have you. And also Carter Ashton. This guy has actually turned into to be something pretty good. Looks like he's going to be 3 years before he develops, so let's give him a 1 year deal again. We'll see how much better he gets next year. And Brennan, no. Amigo, yes, we'll re-sign Amigo just because he's got that green star potential. I like that, and he's already 73 overall, so why not, right? And no, don't need you. Let's get this guy, TJ Foster. I know he's just got 3 stars, but he may turn into a depth player someday. And there we go. Draysdale. We'll re-sign this guy. And Howerlick. This guy, that JC Howerlick that we drafted. So we got our 2 draft picks as well re-signed. I don't think we got any goalies to worry about. Oh, whoa. That's not good. I did not know that they were both playing for a contract year. So, what? Jonathan Burney's red star potential? That damn red star potential. How did he drop? He did so well. I don't get it. I just don't get it. We're making players drop. Oh, whoa, we got a full roster. Hang on. Alright, you got a full roster. That's not good. Oh, man, this is just a bunch of fails here. We got 50. Yeah, we got 50 people, so we got to release some players if we're going to re-sign some. So we don't need Ryan Hamilton. Release you. Get out of here. This little H guy. Release you. Not sure if I'm going to sign those guys yet, so Abbott, get out of here. Brenner, something like that, I don't know. You're out of here too. Marshall, yeah, release you. There we go. And this guy, along with this guy as well. So there we go. Alright, now we can sign Draysdale to our contract. And do we have anybody else that we need to sign to their contract, their entry-level contract? Yes, these two, TJ Foster and whoever the other guy is. We'll re-sign those guys, and I gotta finish this video. Man, she's getting really, really long. Oh well, whatever. It'll go up to YouTube at some point. Goalies, let's get both of these guys. Oh, no. James Reimer. Alright, so James Reimer is going to want 3.92. Oh, and Jonathan Bernier is going to want 4.48. There it is. Alright. I don't know. I don't know who to go with. Who do I go with? Tender. We're going to tender them. We're going to figure this out. Drew McIntyre should probably sign as well, just because he's a good minor league goalie to have. Alright. Let's get these two guys, and we got $10 million. So worst case scenario is we get both of them, but I don't know if I want to have both those guys. You know what I mean? I think one could be a good trade bait, but we will see what happens when they gain their growth. We'll decide who is worth more as the goalie. Maybe we get a offer from someone, an offer sheet, and maybe it's worth to let one go over the other. So now, like, the game is saying James Reimer. The game is saying James Reimer. He's got gold potential still, and he's 26 years old, so he's 1 year older. So I'm not sure. And let's take a look at the free agents before we go. Oh man. That is what I'm talking about. Daniel Girardi. Oh man, look at these guys. We got Daniel Sedin, Daniel Girardi, Nathan Horton, Ryan Callahan, Andrew Ferentz, Andy Green. Okay, so then it starts to trail off. So I'm thinking Daniel Girardi is that player that we should get. He wants a 6-year contract, probably around 6.5 is what we're going to have to sign him for, but he's a top 2 defender. Oh, that is very, very tempting. We're probably going to go after him. That's what I'm thinking. And, oh, wow, we got some good players in here, too. Look at all that gold potential. We got some really good players in here, actually. Chris Summers. We'll be going after him, too, I think. So, yeah, we'll be signing a bunch of new players to our team. Derek Brassard is also worth looking at. Yeah, he's wanted pretty cheap. UFAs, though, yeah, okay. In goalies, any potential goalies, Matt Hackett, Alex Stelluck. So Hackett could be a good minor league signing for us, or he could be a good backup of the future. Yeah, maybe Justin Peters as well. No, he's too old now. So there you go, guys. That is it for this episode. I know it's been a little bit of a longer one, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the